Hello there, folks, and welcome to Deadline Day Uncut. Apart from now, run the intro. Hello there, folks. You join me then on Deadline Day. What am I? Get these out of my face. How are you? Good to see you. Now then, we've got a very interesting day. A little bit of money to spend. Not a whole load though. £35 million. But I suspect Deadline Day today will be based upon who we probably sell. Now, as the title suggests, and as today suggests, this is going to be uncut. This could be slightly longer, slightly shorter. I don't really know what's going to happen. Omobamidele apparently would like to leave on loan. That might be because I left him out of the European squad. I am sorry about that. Since we last met, no games played. It was pointed out to me though that we played a full strength side with Manchester United in 3 days time. So we're just going to get these boys rested and well rested before we play our next game. Big interest right now then. Guimaraes has got an interest from Inter Milan. McAllister also interested in him. And Alexander Isak, this is where things could get interesting, has a lot of loan interest. But I am going to offer him out right now for just an unspecified amount to see if he goes. Of course, if Isaac ends up leaving, then we will be in the market very, very quickly for someone in the striker position. And right there, as you can see, no offers for Isaac. Now, we could do the tip that is going wild with desire right now across Football Manager landscapes of trying to offer him out a little bit and then get a little bit more. I know Clates has highlighted this. It was very prominent last year as well. Like, it's a really good idea to get a bit of interest in if you're trying to hike up the price of a player like Alexander Isak. Now, ultimately, wasn't terrible for us last year, but could we improve upon him? Now, the question would be then, who do you sign if you're to sell Isaac? I'll be looking at goalkeepers. Nick Pope, don't worry, you're safe for now unless a bid comes in. But it's the likes, isn't it, of Victor Osimhen, who is actually very similar to Isaac in what they actually offer as footballers. You can see they're almost identical. A little bit more speed for Osimhen, a little better in the attacking third. But actually, for where we are right now as a club, Isaac isn't someone that I'm desperate to get rid of. Although someone like Karim Adeyemi is someone I've just been in love with forever on Football Manager. So I wouldn't be opposed to maybe getting him through the door. Someone like Timo Werner, Calvert-Lewin we talked about before, didn't we? So these are options to us. In terms of the squad right now, and again, on Deadline Day, you always do it because you never quite know what's going to happen. We're in a far better situation than we were at this point last year. Striker options are a good example of this, right? Isaac and Wilson doing very similar jobs in the same way Chris Wood and Mitrovic doing similar jobs too. So we've got 4 options there. And with Paulo Dybala added in, yes, we're playing him off the right at the moment, but then you've got 5 really good attacking options. Wide areas then. Elliot Anderson is someone we've rarely talked about, but is definitely someone I want to try and integrate into the squad. A lot of matches this year, especially those Carabao Cup games. It would make sense to involve him in some of those. But you're looking at, again, the wingers that we've got. Thomas Lemar is almost the forgotten man a little bit. Danjuma's there, Mudryk, St. Maximin. So really nice options in there. Centrally, again, you mentioned Joel Linton, Willock and Thomas Lemar again. Longstaff still at the club right now. Could he get a move away, potentially? Guimaraes or Guimaraes, or whatever. McAllister again in there as well. So some nice midfield options, all of quite a similar mould. And of course, Declan Rice at the base of that. I think Nacho can't play that. Pau Torres, if it was really desperate, like we could absolutely slot Pau Torres in there. Really good on the ball ability. So could happen at some stage, who knows? And centre-back then, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Omobamidele, as well as, say, Nacho and Pau Torres. Right-back options, we've got Trippier, and now we've got Baku, and left-back, Target and Lewis. So as far as a squad looks right now, it's pretty good. Let's go on then to the deadwood in the squad right now, and some of the players that just sort of exist over the age of 21 in the squad. The likes of Isaac Hay, or sort of, is it Vilka? Is that how you'd say it? All of these boys, as far as I'm concerned, can kind of leave the club. And actually what we're finding at the moment is it's quite difficult. So we're going to offer all of them out. Let's see if we get any interest on Deadline Day, and hopefully we do. Loan offers for Jamal Lewis? No, because if we get an injury at left back, he's going to be crucial. People like Jamal Lascelles, like I would sell for 5 million. They don't want to do that, which is fair enough. Manquillo, similar situation. I don't really want the loan deal. It doesn't really interest me. I need the money right now if we're going to go and invest it. And again, they're not interested in that. I suspect the same situation comes with Isaac Hayden. They would actually, well, that's quite interesting. They would do £5 million. Would they just do that straight away now? It might seem like a pretty good deal to them. They would. So Isaac Hayden for 5 million. we might be able to bring a bit of money in as the time begins then to tick down. Manquillo, 3 million quid for him. Did they buy him for £3 million? 4.3 from Sunderland, or from Atletico Madrid, sorry. I think we just take the money and don't think about it too much. No offers for lots of players, which is annoying. Jacob Murphy, Jeff Hendrick, not finding clubs. He says he's down to look for a move, so maybe that'll help a little bit. Again, Murphy, similar situation. Is he down to leave? He is. They're not playing, so in theory, you would think they would like to. And rarely do I do a deadline day live like this. So this is quite, hopefully you're finding this interesting. I'm sure you approach it in a similar way. But I do have the only time restraint I really have is that it's a YouTube video. So we'll see how that goes along. Right, we've got a bid for Jamal Lewis again from Middlesbrough. Not interested in loaning him out. In fact, I don't want any more offers in regards to that. So unavailable for loan. He's not returning to a loan club at any point. Let's continue then. Zaragoza make loan approach for Anderson. As mentioned, I kind of want to include him in the squad a little bit this year. If you're not going to do that, definitely get him out because of his age right now. He needs game time. But yeah, I think having him here is worth it. Isaac Hayden, 50 grand. 50 grand a week Isaac Hayden's on. I feel like I've got a deja vu, and that happened to me years ago when I did a Newcastle save and I realised that was the case. Manquillo then, out the door, off he goes. Of course, 2 really good right backs here. Currently, don't need a third, so that makes perfect sense. And once we've sort of got rid of everybody, he's just turning everybody down. Do you not want to go? 5 million quid. There's only one club interested, which is the problem. We may need to lower the price slightly. That might solve that problem for us. Yeah, no one really wants to do it. This wage demand to the problem. Yeah, I mean, I understand that actually. And probably that was, I think it wasn't Bilbao. I think it was actually Osasuna. So anyone who's in Spain, I'm so sorry. I think I said Bilbao 3 times. It's actually Osasuna. Is there anyone coming in? 8 hours left. The only move, the Europa Conference League group stage. Is this the last time ever there's a group stage? I actually thought we were going straight in. Is the music play? Viewers, quick. I know this is UNCUT. We've got to get in there. Quick. Yes. Oh, this is what it's all about. I put them in the wrong ears, viewers. This is what it's all about. Yes. Whoa. Sorry, it's too much. Right, let's do the draw. If you can hear me over the anthem, then hopefully you can. What will our draw look like then? I mean, I don't know if you've done draws this year. They're very, I don't know what group we're in. Was it Group A? Do you what, viewers? That's the end. Where are we? Okay, Sparta Prague, HJK from Finland, and SCR Ultach, who, is that Austria? I think it's Austria. Is that Austria? It is Austria. Okay, having done a save in Austria this year, I don't actually recognise the name, so they must have fallen off a cliff in my journeyman. What's really interesting, and I think you'll agree with me, looking at the clubs there, I believe some Europa League teams might drop down. Looking at the teams there, we should win this. Not just win it, we should win every game 4-0. Like, okay, that gives me a little bit of confidence. That looks really, really good for us. Do we want to try and bring someone in? Again, the squad is really nicely set right now. Even if you lose Declan Rice, that you have to plan for every eventuality. This is a bit more of a chatty episode, I've now realised. If you don't have Rice, Guimaraes can play there, McAllister can play there, and the versatility they've got in midfield. You've got the energy of Lamar and Willock and Joel Linton if you need it. The number 10 position is sort of taken up by Dybala, as well as Willock. Can I play that again? Lamar again. Even McAllister, like he's natural in the role. He could do it. The squad right now is really, really nicely balanced. The only thing you would maybe say then is if you don't think Nick Pope is quite up to it right now, and if you're going to spend 30, 40 million on a goalkeeper that you think sends it forward. Is anyone listed on deadline day that is just like really interesting to us? I just saw Zlatan's name. Skamaka probably would have been if we hadn't gone for Mitrovic, but I'm very happy with Mitrovic right now, so not going to try and mess with that currently and move Chris Wood on. Like, it feels a little bit late in the day. Brahim Diaz is in there. He's an interesting player. Again, some of these listed players especially are actually really good value, but whether any of them fit into our current squad, not so much. And goalkeepers, as you can see there, none on offer. The only issue with deadline day now, of course, as well, is that if you're trying to buy a goalkeeper, clubs may be a little bit hesitant to let him go. Coble is the one goalkeeper I have looked at. So in terms of looking for someone slightly more well-rounded than Nick Pope, he sort of fills that. You can see Nick Pope a little bit all over the place. Would Coble be a safer pair of hands? And would it then mean we have to move Dubravka on? and it would be quite late in the day to change a goalkeeper around. I mean, Alex Murray's there as well as Onana as well. So, like, there are options there, and like, good options at that as well. But for me, Kobel, he's an A- signing. He's obviously an improvement. Oh, God, we've looked at him already. I mean, they might want loads for him. Oh, God, they've gone straight in at 28. I think this is a good signing. Like, I did not think I'd be buying a goalkeeper today. I was settled on Pope. That's the situation I'm in now. But if the wage is between 50 and... Is that really the wage? Important player feels better. I've just said stepping stone's fine. Oh, because I've done that, he's put the stupid little clause in. Well, and he's 25 as well. Short term. I mean, I can't get rid of this now. It'll be fine. Suggest terms. Right, new goalkeeper coming in. Kobel is obviously better on loads of levels. Nick Pope, oh, I feel so awful. Pope's been pretty good at the start of this season. Yeah, a couple of clean sheets, a couple of goals conceded, but not too bad. It would mean then that 34-year-old Martin Dubravka should probably leave, like, because he's very similar to Pope. There's not really any point in having two of them here. If Kobel's coming in, maybe 28 was too much, you know. But this is Newcastle. There's no such thing as too much. Striker-wise, time's running out for Isaac. So, like, if he's going to leave now, that has to happen soon. Really, really soon. Still aren't getting any offers for Isaac Hayden and Dubravka. Same situation there. I mean, the problem we've got with Isaac Hayden, again, is the wage. Like, no one wants to pay the wage. Some loan offers have come in. This could be done. And we've got a stupid bid coming from Roma for Isaac. I mean, let's just do this, Roma. You won't have the money because you're in Italy. 60 million quid, he's yours. No, okay, see, this is what I mean. I'm faffing about. Kobel to sign. It's happened so fast. It's happened so fast. Sheffield United want to buy. What we could maybe do with Sheffield United's offer, this is what I'm thinking, transfer offer, rather than 5 million, 2.5 million? They don't want to do it. I thought that might do it for them, but no. There's a 2 million in fees. I wonder if we can offer them out to, like, Zaragoza would take him for 1.6 plus 1.9. So again, 2.5 million right now, boys. Are you in for 2.5 million right now? I mean, I'm in. If you're in, they're not in. They want to loan him, but nobody wants to buy him. Troyes, do you want to do it? Again, I don't think they can't. They can barely afford him now. Never mind in the future. What about just 2 million? Getting the 50k for me off the wage bill. There we go. 2 million quid bargain. Getting him off the wage bill, Altmar as well, is far more valuable to me. And actually, their bid there, future fee, you know, installments too. They'd probably pay a little bit more actually. So maybe 3 million at AZ. And they don't want him for that. I don't understand the logic. I do think, and I'm going to say this actually out loud, I've done a transfer window this time around, right? The AI for transfers is moronic because the amount of times you can offer for a player, or someone like you offer for a player, they come back and you go, all right, yeah, we'll do 40, and I go, okay, what about we do, you know, 35 and 6, and they go, right, we'll do 48. What do you mean? We just agreed 40. Why are we now locking in 40? That happens to me all the time. I don't know. In the comment section, let's do some transfer therapy. Give your stupidest transfer situation you've had this year. I've signed Kobel, and I didn't think I'd be doing that. But if you look at the squad, I mean, maybe left back. If you look at the squad, it was the one area, and left back, that we should maybe have looked at. I hope so anyway. I'm going to have to unregister Dubravka to put Kobel in. And then, obviously, Amar Babadelli is young enough. That's fine. That was sort of part of why we signed him to begin with, actually. So Dubravka's out. We've got Nick Pope on the bench. And then Gregor Kobel, there's probably a different way to say it, comes in and strengthens our squad. I mean, if you look at star ratings alone, how much you essentially pay to that, I don't know. But it was the comparison, wasn't it? That this kind of sold it for me. That he is just the better option. So there, I guess, both 6'5", both right-footed. There's just a better goalkeeping ability, eccentricity. I don't mind. That's the one huge difference. But that composure, you know, the ability on the ball, and you look at the defenders that we've brought in front of him, the likes of Nacho, the likes of Torres. I don't think Kobel will speak. Hopefully he does. I don't think he'll speak Spanish. No Spanish, basic English though, and obviously Torres. Like, I think this is important when you're looking at this. So basic English right now on Paul Torres, and Nacho, I'm hoping he's been here a little while. Good English. Okay, so that's that problem solved as well. There was a big debate in my mind, actually, of going for Unai Simon because he's Spanish. Having a Spanish goalkeeper and this little trio here all being Spanish speakers would have been important. Baku, I don't know if you can speak English, good English as well. So again, really nice. You probably think to yourself, Ben, you probably should have researched this before. Okay, Madrid can't yet, but hopefully we'll pick it up pretty quickly. And Dybala, I suspect, is a similar situation. Yeah, can't yet, but I hope hopefully again we'll pick it up quickly. I don't think I can get them to learn it. Maybe they're doing it. I might have set them on courses already. You know, that happens, doesn't it? Oh, that was leadership. Never mind. So hopefully, again, and I'm a big believer, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this in videos or anything like that, but if they can speak English, I do think that the team gels together a lot quicker. Like the other bit of advice people often give, and actually I've not set it up yet, but we can do it together, is after matches, you may have heard this, you may have not, so I might be teaching a little bit, is that in this rest period here, you can change inside some of your preparation to match review. And some of you, of course, I'm fully aware, will definitely be aware of this, but there's no negative to it. You increase your team cohesion, the familiarity of the pressing style, the creative freedom, everything improves. It happens a lot quicker and it creates a better unity. So if you go through and put match review after every game that you play, there's no downsides. Yes, you might be you're giving up a rest period for it, but yeah, you're really getting into your team a little bit more and understanding them a little bit more. And because there's no negative fatigue or anything like that, again, the rest period still sort of acts as a rest period, although it's under match review. So do it, is what I'm saying. At some point in this save, I will go through and I will set it. I did it last season as well. I will go through and set match review for every single post game. So then, again, the team bond together. And actually, for what we saw last season, just to look at that, things did improve for us more in the second half of the season. We were able to string better results together. And I think in large part, that was probably down to the cohesion that we ended up having wanted to look at it so often. Anyway, 5 hours left, viewers. Sorry, we're uncut here, so we're carrying on. But a little bit of an interlude there of how to play the game, which, no one comes here for that. So let's carry on. I don't think there's going to be any offers made from us. Riyad Mahrez from Manchester City, is that sort of player we'd need? Again, if we hadn't signed Dybala, maybe he's far better, actually, than I would have expected. Of course, we've brought a goalkeeper in. Dubravka now knows he won't be registered. I wonder if that will encourage the sale of him. I'm going to put him up for $1 million and see if anyone comes in for $1 million, because that is not a lot. I'm actually going to do the same with some of the other Deadwood, because as much as they're Deadwood, and it sounds quite harsh, I actually think just getting them out the door for very small amounts, like Carl Darlow is worth like 3 to 7 million apparently. We'll offer him out for 2. See if anyone's interested. The wages that we'll save, probably worth it alone. Jamal Lascelles, similar situation. £4 million for you, again slightly less than maybe he would have expected to go for. Again, we'll just search this by age briefly. Jacob Murphy, 3.8 million. We're not getting any offers at that, and we're running out of time. So again, £2 million. The amount we'll save on wages, that's how I'm justifying this. This is what makes it worth it. And Isaac Hayden, I think we're in a similar situation. We're going to go for 2 million, which I think we've accepted an offer at that already. So 4 hours to go. I know when you're Newcastle, there isn't this great need to save money, but in terms of the wage bill and then the ability to go in, like this could equate to one big purchase, right? So that's the thing. No offers for any of them, which is really frustrating. I mean, we'll go to unspecified and transfer list and just see if we get any bites. 2 hours to go. I mean, we're running out of time now. Loan moves for them might be our only choice, and that leaves us in a difficult spot. But we've been trying to do this all summer, and this is a good example of that. People just don't want them. And it's actually, like, probably a wider point, it might be a situation Newcastle find themselves in. These players that aren't playing as often, that they want off the wage bill, but they're on big wages, going to championship teams, going to lower down Premier League teams and abroad. But ultimately, players not wanting to move and also eating up that FFP money that Newcastle will need if they're going to spend big in the future. It's a really, really interesting situation that will develop in real life. A big loan offer from Napoli. I mean, when I say big loan offer, they're paying almost all of his wage and a monthly fee. I don't know what the exact amount would make. 6 million from the sale of Isaac. He's worth more than that to us. So the sale there isn't going to happen. And actually, as far as my deadline days go, and this sort of goes for the transfer window, which a lot of you seem to be pretty happy with, it's not been my worst transfer window. And even deadline day wasn't particularly chaotic. Of course, not all the windows have closed, so we may see some of these boys leave to some of the windows that remain open tomorrow. But that is deadline day. And I'm actually just going to say thank you to Football Manager for not crashing. Shout out to Nerdphonic, who hooked me up with solutions to that problem. There we are then, 6th place. Where are we predicted to finish this season? It was something we didn't look at. Pressure on. Okay, you can see there the 3 big dogs there, City, Liverpool and United, but we're right there with Chelsea now. We've leapfrogged Arsenal and Tottenham. Of course, last year we were predicted 7th and we came 7th. 4th would be a big step up. I know, like, it would leapfrog the task of getting into the Europa League. But there's something about this team and the way they're playing early doors that is pretty special, and hopefully Coble can add to that. Can we win the league this year? I'm going to say it's possible, however unlikely. And I will see you next time for a little bit more of this. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, as ever, if you enjoyed the video, do leave a like on it. Thank you for your support on the series this week. And again, we'll be back next week for a lot more of this. Jack Space, of course, returns tonight on Twitch at 8 PM. So come and join me for that if you want to watch something which is very different to this, but no less chaotic, I would say. And I'll see you soon. Thank you again for the love. And yeah, I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. Uncut deadline day.